The last time we saw this band was in August at our alt summer camp. They're playing the Troubadour tonight, and they'll be back in January for our alter ego show, Shaed.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
Good to see you again.
Hello.
Let's talk about the last couple of months. It seems like it's been a fun year on many different levels. There's specific things I want to touch on, though. Japan. How was Japan?
Oh my gosh, we did not think that we would love it as much as we did.
Yeah.
And we were there for 2 weeks. We did Summer Sonic, both in Osaka and Tokyo, and it was so much fun. Best time, best food, best everything.
I'm so glad that you got to spend a good chunk of time there, and it wasn't like a fly-in, fly-out
Oh my
sort
gosh,
of
yeah.
deal. Yeah. Had you been to Japan before? Had you seen anything? It was just, yeah.
No, first time.
And everybody's on the same page that it was great.
It was incredible.
Good.
I mean, come on, best sushi ever.
Yeah. I believe
like,
it.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely. Another moment that seemed like it would be standout for you is playing the 930 Club, which I assume you've done before. Had you headlined it before, or
We have
was this the
never
first time?
properly headlined it,
Yeah.
and it was super special because we actually met at the 930 Club many, many years
Oh,
ago. That's where we
cool.
first said our first words to each other. And so really cool. It sold out. It was a huge crowd, like just a really fun, our friends and family were there. So it was a great time.
For people, I guess we should clarify who don't know, the 930 Club is just an iconic music venue in Washington, D.C., where these guys are from. And, they just headlined their first show there, which big deal.
Yes.
What happened in Columbus?
Oh, Columbus.
Yeah.
Columbus. Oh, you're talking about the tattoo?
I know. No.
Oh.
I want to hear about the tattoo.
Oh, is that? Was
I'm
that
talking
Columbus?
about.
That was not Columbus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What happened in Columbus?
There was a sing-along. There was
Oh,
gear
yeah,
that
yeah,
went
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Did something
you
happen
can
there?
tell that story. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're going to have to. Oh, okay. Columbus. So we were at the A&R Music Bar,
Mm-hmm.
which we've played a bunch of times. We love that venue. And after the second song, our equipment just died on us. And so we had to resort to bringing out the acoustic, and our mics didn't work. So we played our song "Keep Calling," and everyone sang with us, which was so much fun because it was unexpected. And when stuff dies, you're always like, "Oh no!"
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's like a worst case scenario, one of those bad dreams where we're up on sstage,
Yeah.
all of these people are staring at us, and all of the gear stopped working.
Yeah.
Seems like you made it work though. Seems like it was
Yes.
a
Yeah,
moment.
it was good.
100%.
Cool. As you're on the road, as you've been kind of touring these songs endlessly, have you had the opportunity? Do you write on the road? Are you able to be kind of creative, or is all of this getting in the way of that?
I mean, we should be writing right now, but we're talking to you.
I know.
mean,
Dude, I'll end this interview now.
No.
yeah, I'm done.
No, I'm kidding. No, we definitely write. I mean, Max and I produce, so we have our laptops in the van, and we're always trying to work on music. But more so, we've been trying to write lyrics a lot on this. We've been on the road so much and kind of gone through so much this last year that we're trying to kind of put some thoughts on paper. So, writing a lot of lyrics on this tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there time ironed out at any point during the busy schedule to kind of sit down, get in the studio?
So we're on a headline tour now, and then we have some one-offs, but we're hoping these next couple months we're gonna get organized and get all of our ideas together and kind of map stuff out. But we are working on a full-length album.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like the grass is always greener on the other side. When you're on the road, you can't wait to get back in the studio.
It is so
Definitely,
true. Nothing has been
definitely.
more true. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So
yeah.
you guys are excited at the opportunity to kind of go in
Yeah.
there.
Very
Yeah,
excited.
for sure.
Very
I
excited.
believe it. Yeah, I believe it for sure. Just a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, Trampoline was certified platinum.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a big deal, obviously. When I've talked to artists who've had that sort of success before, they say that at a certain point, a song like that, I don't want to say stops becoming theirs, but you don't. But it sort of stops becoming theirs. It is out there. It's kind of a different entity. I was wondering if that had happened to you or a similar experience, if your relationship with the song has changed since you wrote it in this room by yourself, and now it's become this big thing.
I mean, I think the most tangible, change that we've seen is just performing it live now. We've been playing a ton of festivals, and at the beginning of the summer, it was definitely a song that most people, people knew that one more than other tracks. But we just played at Voodoo Fest in New Orleans, and had like a great time slot. Probably 4,000 or 5,000 people there, and the whole set felt great. And then when we got to Trampoline, you just felt like this noticeable shift where like everybody just lit up and like the phones were out, and I mean, just the recognition now is pretty immediate, and that kind of feeling of everybody singing makes you feel more like the song is no longer yours. It's like it's everybody's track now, and that's pretty special.
I mean, another kind of cool thing is we'll hear it a lot more when we're like out and about. So we were having breakfast with our manager today, and the song came on, and like you know, we were just talking about it, and the waiter overheard us, so he brought out a latte with our picture on the drink.
Yeah, he somehow like printed our faces on like the cappuccino or what, which was so hilarious because we were just like, oh my gosh.
He's like, do you recognize
That's
these people? We're like
incredible.
watching like our faces appear on this latte. We're like, oh my god, like what is this magic?
No, it's really funny. It's been so cool. I mean, especially like radio has just been insane. You know, the fact that like DC 101, our hometown station, the station that we grew up listening to so heavily, is, you know, playing our song and talking about us on the radio. And I mean, we're traveling all the time. We're in different cities, you know, every day, and we always turn on the radio and we hear people talking about us, and it's such a cool feeling. I think we're still kind of pinching ourselves for sure.
Yeah, I would imagine, you know, in so many ways that's the dream. I don't think we should discount the fact that you guys work very, very hard as well. It's not all like glitz and glam.
Right.
A lot of people who don't know think it's red carpets and people opening doors, and the reality is it's a lot of this. It's a lot of hauling gear. It's a lot of long nights. It's a lot of time away from home. And so the success is earned.
Thank you.
There's definitely a level of hard work there for sure. And when I said the song was not your own anymore, that feels like it can have a negative connotation. It's not. It's just kind of the way it evolves a little bit. Yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about the collaboration with Mansionaire.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, no.
I thought you were going to talk about the Zayn.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the collaboration that you just pointed me about. You talking about the Zayn thing? Let's talk
that's
about
what you were gonna say.
Mansionaire, and then we'll do Zayn.
Okay, yeah.
So Mansionaire reached out. They wanted to revamp Easier, which we loved that song anyways.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. And great guys, really nice people. And basically we just kind of decided that I would tackle the second verse and do some melody changes on that. And
yeah, they were super receptive to like our ideas too. We kind of rewrote part of the chorus, and they were down with it. So they're really talented guys, and it was a fun experience.
Awesome. It's great that they were that, again, it was that collaborative.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I don't feel like people can be protective, or it can be a little bit awkward. And
Definitely.
It feels like this was comfortable.
Yeah.
How about Zayn? Was Zayn awkward?
Well, Zayn, that was just a whole whirlwind and a surprise, because we were in Japan, and we were talking to our label about finding a male feature to sing on the song. And someone at our label, Drew, knew Zayn's team over at RCA, pitched him the song, and then we were in LA, and a week after we had, you know, just discussed the possibility of him being on the track, that his a cappella vocal just showed up in our inbox.
Wow.
So it just immediately it sounded great, and it's funny, I've been throwing Drew under the bus. He's a great guy, but it was funny because when we were listening to Zayn's version that he'd sent back, and we were starting to notice differences in it, and then he had sang a totally different outro melody.
Yeah.
And we were like, we looked back, and Drew had sent the demo stems to him, so it wasn't like the final version.
Oh, wow.
So we had like a freak out moment.
We're like, hey, Drew, you know you sent the very first version of the song, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, he sent the emoji with the. So we were like, Drew.
But it ended up being perfect because he added like something that we thought was special before that just kind of didn't make the final track. He was able to revamp it and kind of put it in there. So
totally worked out.
Good.
Yeah, it totally
awesome.
worked out.
It actually worked out better than if we had sent him our version, because Zayn sang some of that older stuff, and it ended up being like a signature part of the remix.
So thank you, Drew.
Yeah,
thanks, love you, Drew.
Yeah, thanks, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
How big a surprise was it? I mean, was it a complete surprise when you got?
Oh,
that
yeah.
email?
Complete surprise, because in Japan when we were talking, I was like, Zayn, like we were all like, Zayn, and I was like, that is never going to happen. I was like, let's just not even try.
Because also with Zayn, like, you know, he's very kind of selective, and he sort of like hasn't posted a lot on his social media, so we didn't really know what the vibe was going to be, or and it was just so cool that he came through with it, and it's awesome.
It's great. Another magical moment in what has been certainly a magical year plus.
Definitely.
Longer than that, but
Definitely.
yeah. You guys are going to finish up. We covered this a little bit. You're going to finish up the headline tour,
Yeah.
a couple one-offs in December, then a couple of weeks around the holidays off, and then you will be back in L.A. in January.
Yes.
For our
We are
Alter
so
Ego.
excited.
Yes.
Alter Ego.
Is that the first show of the year for you guys? Are you going to do anything before that?
I think that'll be our first proper show of the year and like
Yeah.
probably the biggest show that we've ever played.
That's what
Yeah.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
So we've done. This will be the third time we've done Alter Ego, and a lot of these bands, this is the first one of the year. And again, just come out with a bang.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
sold out for
crazy.
national broadcast.
I mean, what a
Yeah, it's
crazy
so
lineup.
cool.
We were like looking through it. It's like, you know, Billie Eilish, Rex Orange County, and then like
Blink 182.
yeah,
I
and
was
then
I was
Shaed.
saying that Miss You is like one of my jams.
Sure. Yeah.
So I can't wait to see that. But yeah, it's gonna be really
I
cool.
want to say there's a loop on YouTube somewhere of Tom for 10 hours going,
Doing
hello there. And it just goes and it goes and
Hello
it goes. And
there.
it
That's
goes.
hilarious.
Hello there. Well, a big
awesome.
part of that amazing lineup is Shaed. And,
Oh,
and it would
thanks,
not be
man.
the same night if you guys were not participating. So
Dude.
we really, really do.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh, we're
Thank
so
you.
happy.
Very much. It's going to be a fun day, fun night for sure. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
For performing. Again, a big part of the hard work we're talking about is coming to do this stuff, which is fun.
Yeah.
But I know we appreciate it very
Oh
very
my
much.
gosh, we're
Of
so happy
course.
to be here.
Anytime.
Thank you.
It is Shaed on Alt 98.7.